Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Duke back here from sportsgamers.com, and we got a great Madden 20 tip for you guys today. I'm about to show you the best run defense in the game that all the pro players use to lock up the run. So if you have trouble against heavy run formations and want an easy run defense that can effectively shut these down, this is the video you guys must watch. So we all know that the heavy I formation runs are very good this year. The stretch and the dive, the stretch RPOs, the stretch alerts, from I close, I tight, strong H wing, strong close, etc., etc. Very tough. Well, the setup I'm about to show you in this video is going to be able to stop all those formations and more with ease. So pretty easy setup, like I said. It's from the nickel 3-5 wide. It's not the two-man under that I've already shown you guys. It's not the cover two-man. We're going to be looking at a new play, and we are going to use the middle linebacker right here. So I would make sure that this is a fast user. If you could have a secure tackler on him, that's even better. You don't need any abilities. You can use whatever abilities you want. I mean, I do like to have a run stopping and a pass rush ability on my D tackle, but that is not mandatory. The play we're going to look at is the cover one contain, and it's going to be clamps. The thing I really like about this defense is it also can stop corner routes too. If you're worried about corner routes, you're not going to have to worry about any of that. So I want to start with probably the best run formation all year overall has been this eye tight. The stretch and the dive has just been crazy. I mean, it's super tough. And I'm going to show you guys how to stop all that plus the corner routes in this video. Now, before we go any further, guys, hey man, show the love. Subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying our content. Hit that subscribe button in the corner of the video and make sure you turn your notifications on. That way you will not miss out when our videos go live. We upload great content every single day on this channel. Now also guys, if you're enjoying these, make sure you smash that like button, and for more Madden 20 tips and ebooks, head over to sportsgamers.com. We got the best content out, and I promise you guys, if you like our videos on here, you will love our members only premium content. So the reason why this run D is so good is it does not require you to spread the line like the two-man under does. It's just super effective. All I'm going to do is press coverage, crash my D-line down. I'm going to spy each of the safeties, and that's really all you have to do. We're going to control the middle linebacker. Now, obviously, there's other adjustments we can do if necessary. For instance, if your corners might not be fast enough to play press coverage or good enough, we can shade over the top. You can do that by hitting coverage audible, which is Y on Xbox or triangle on PlayStation, and then up on the right analog stick. Other than that, like I said, you just crash your D-line down, you spy both safeties, and press coverage. You can, if you're worried about the corner routes, you can also put these outside linebackers that are on contains. You can put them on purple zones, and the way to do that is you hit right on the D-pad twice to bring up the linebacker adjustment. Then you hit your linebacker's icon that you're trying to change. So here we're going to do Kendricks, which is A, and then you do right on the left analog stick. Now, after that, if you actually want clouds and not just curl flats, you can shade down, which is coverage audible, which is Y on Xbox, and triangle on PlayStation. And then you just shade down and then over the top, just like that. Now they're going to be in cloud flats. So basically with your user, you can shoot gaps, you can kind of pursue. You don't have to do anything too crazy. You're just mainly looking to hit where the run's going and provide additional support. But the safeties and the spies are going to do a good job. Also, with the D-line crashing down like this, you should get some good inside penetration, just like you can see there. And it's just hard to get to the outside of this formation in general because of the way it's lined up. We got good pursuit to the outside. It's a spread out formation. You guys can see the linebackers on the outside are each lined up a little bit outside of the tight ends by default. So, I mean, it's going to be hard to get around. Plus, you guys can see the safeties react immediately. Our user's there, and we just flow to the ball. And, it's a box out here. There is literally nowhere to go. The dive is not going to get yards either, especially with the D-line crashing down. You're going to see pretty good penetration, and it's gonna lock it up. So we're going to look at this again against the dive. So the setup's going to be the same as the cover one contain. We just press, crash our D-line down. We're going to spy both safeties. And again, like I said, if you want a purple, the outside linebackers to stop corner routes, you can. If you need to shade over the top to stop, any streaks so you don't get beat over the top by a bomb, you can do that too. We just control this linebacker. And again, we're just going to basically attack the gap just like that, meet him in the hole for a tackle. You guys can see there's lots of avenues for our user to hit, but really our safeties and the spies are doing such a great job too. It's not reliant upon us, and like I said, it's just hard to run outside of this defense. So there's really nowhere to go. If you guys watching the Madden Bowl, you might have seen a few players running this defense, and pretty much the players that did run this defense really had no issues stopping the run. Joke had a nice little run scheme, but for the most part, nobody really was consistently running on this defense. For the most part, is locking up the run very, very well, as you guys can see here. Hit him in the backfield, basically, a loss. So we could do that one more time just so you guys can see how consistent it is. Basically, just press, crash your D-line down, spy each of the safeties, and that's all you have to do. I mean, anything after that, that's all on you. You don't have to do anything else. It's literally that simple. So you guys can see here, we meet him in the backfield again with our user. So that's the great thing about this defense is it does give you the ability to not only, clean up and shoot the gap with your user, but again, even if you miss, you guys can see we have the safeties both coming down that are ready to make this tackle. So this is a really, really, really solid run defense. All right, so that's eye tight. I want to show you guys that this is not just good for eye tight, it's good for other formations. So let's go ahead and look at this eye close. Now you're going to see against eye close, this is going to be the same setup. We just press, crash our D-line down, spy both safeties, and be on the middle linebacker. That's all we have to do. Obviously, you can change the coverage if necessary, but you don't have to. Now, I do like to use this defense with auto flip on also to make sure if they don't, if they come out in the huddle and try to audible the different formations or flip their formation out of the huddle, we'll be good to go. So the auto flip definitely is a key. As you guys can see there's no room to the outside. You can try to playmaker the stretch the other way, same thing's going to happen. So again, all you need to do is press, crash your D-line down, spy both of the safeties, and then just use this guy right here. Bam. We're going to go run the stretch left this time. As you guys can see, stretch left, nothing going. Basically on the dive with my user, I'm looking to kind of just sit in that hole to meet him in the hole or see if he bounces outside. But on the stretch, I'm just pursuing to the outside to make sure he can't get around my user because obviously I know I have the spies attacking the run too and those outside linebackers. So he probably should not be able to get to the outside very often at all. Now, the great thing about this is, like I said, this works on everything. This is all these heavy run formations, as I say, obviously I'm not going to run this against like 3 receiver single back formations where they sometimes run the ball. But these heavy running formations, this is definitely what I'm running pretty much every rip. So here's strong close even. Again, same setup. But the beauty of this again is if I'm really worried about the pass, I can easily put these cloud flats out there and no longer do I have to worry about it. But as you guys can see here, it's nowhere to go. All right, it's truly nowhere to go. You guys can look at even the wing formations that are very powerful, that are those stretch RPOs. Does a good job against those too. Now, generally, I like to have a safety in the box against these types of formations where I know that there's a stretch RPO, like a wing formation with 2 tight ends on one side. But honestly, this formation does a good enough job that you don't even need to do that. Another thing is, from this formation, you can see that they actually put my user on a spy when they're about to run the stretch RPO. But if they're in a pass or just something else, you guys can see he's actually, he's no longer in a spy. In that case, he had no assignment even. So that's kind of a tell, by the way, too, if they're running stretch RPO or not, is if your user's in a spy. You guys can see I audibled back to the stretch RPO, and now my user is back in the spy assignment. So that's kind of pretty glitchy right there. When they're running stretch RPO from this formation because of that. So again, set up those the same. You just press, crash your D-line down. You spy both of the safeties. You can shade over the top if you need to. You can put the outside linebackers in purples if you need to. I never like my user in a spy, though. I kind of think it makes me act funny. So if I see that, I definitely will put myself in a different zone because I feel like I have more control of my player that way. As you can see, it's not really much going to the outside there. Maybe got 2-3 yards at the absolute most. That's something that we'll live with all day long. We can see it again here. Same thing. Again, there's really no room. That time, I don't even think we got back to the line of scrimmage. So you guys can see that this is super good against all these runs. You can try to run dives, with motion even. It's just going to lock it up, man. It really is the best overall pound-for-pound run defense for these I formations, stretch dive combos in the game this year. So let's take a look at this. Now we're going to run the dive with the motion. Now, once again, guys, you can see since I'm not in the stretch RPO, my user is not on the spy. So again, that is the tell. We're going to use a motion with the dive here. And you guys are going to see like that guy will come down in the box, but you don't want. So you can't just touch him if you want slightly, so he does not do that. And you guys are going to see the dive was pretty much boxed up. Again, lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. Now, like I said, the beauty of this is you don't even have to worry about corner routes either. So, if someone's going to come out here and next thing you know, try to chuck a corner out at you, you're going to be straight. So, like F-Trail, very good play for corner routes and, even a post too. All right, they want to do that. Like I said, if you're worried about corner routes, all you have to do is throw your purples out by the outside linebackers, and then you shade down, and then shade up, and they will turn into cloud flats. So here, you'll never have to worry about, that guy coming on the corner route to either side. You'll have those clouds. Now, obviously, at that point, they could try to roll out on you, but because you have, spies, that should not be an issue either. As you guys can see there, nothing was doing. I was covering the fullback myself, kind of baiting the fullback in the post, and got the sack. Now, the other thing is about this defense is, guys, like, if you're not really worried about the run to one side, you can always just do spy one safety. So if you're just kind of worried about, like, you see a formation like this and they haven't shown the run dive yet, you could just put that safety over the top, right, and only spy the guy on the right. And, if they do try to run the stretch, it will work just fine, obviously. But now, when you do this, the coverage is even better because now you have someone over the top that will help out on any, like, deeper routes over the middle, like, a post or whatever the case may be. As you guys can see, again, nothing. So you're going to have the ability to lock up both the run and the pass. Now, I do want to look at one more formation real quickly here, which is this strong, where is it here? This strong tight. This is another pretty good formation with the stretch and the dive. Just want to go through all the formations. Well, not all of them, but, a lot of formations really quickly here to show you guys this truly is a defense you can rely on against pretty much any type of eye form, whether it's eye close, a strong eye, a strong tight, a eye tight, a close slot. It really doesn't matter. This is pretty much a universal run D for these heavy stretch eye form dive type formations. Multiple tight ends. Back in the backfield, doesn't matter. They're not going anywhere. You see EBF Fournette, very good running back for Regs. He's not able to do anything. Again, I'm just pressing, crashing my D-line down, spying both safeties, and the adjustments past that, completely up to you. Usually the middle linebacker, and pretty much call it a day. You should be able to set this up in no time at all. This is one of the easiest setups I've seen, as far as the run defense goes this entire year. So it should never be an issue getting the setup, as you guys can see there. Again, no yardage whatsoever. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're enjoying my content, make sure you smash that like button. It does help support us, and also it keeps us doing these videos for you guys on a daily basis. So until next time, it's Duke. I'm up out of here.